fall. So here we go again. It's a race to cut ties. The mental hopscotch.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to World 101 Podcast. I am your host, the Chocolate Thunder with Wonder, as it actually is thundering here at my city of North Chicago, Illinois. Mr. Eddie V, and joining me from all the way from Indiana, a 3-hour trip that I cannot wait to make again next month, because we're going to be eating some good Italian food, what I just found out. The Big Papa himself, the Red Velvet Cake Nordic Beast, Mr. Larry Giver. Yes, yes. How are you doing, Larry?
I'm all right. We just cleared out the house of a bunch of people. We had everyone from our Lamaze class over for a potluck dinner. Just a chance to get everyone together again, look at all the cute babies and shit. So,
yeah, I see the picture. I'm like, oh, and you were just in the corner, just laying your head on Christy, just like, I'm just gonna pop in. I'm like, really, at the end of the whole picture?
yeah, I know. Yeah, we just got them all out of the house, so. But, for the fucking Amtrak of adulting. Here we go again.
So, Larry has, something to show me. So I know you guys can't see it visually, but
you can't see it. But I'm going to tell you all about it. I'll post pictures.
Yes. Okay.
But
so
yeah, I got myself a package in the mail today, which I know it's Sunday, but fuck yeah, I got a package in the mail. Look what came for me.
Oh wow!
Yes. I have in my hands a beautiful printed physical copy of AM2R from the wonderful Mr. Wizard reproductions. Check his ass out on Facebook. His shit is spectacular. And I talked with him a little bit this week, actually, and he is unbelievably awesome and humble. I actually asked him if he would come on the show and talk about, all the cool stuff that he does. And he's like, yeah, I kind of like staying low key. I'm going to just do my thing and post it on Facebook. So, I mean, this dude is like mad humble, but does some way cool stuff. Beautifully printed artwork and case. All the little details, little like ESRB stamp on there, and great big description on the back and the system requirements, and a little blurb about how AM2R came to be with Milton making it and everything. Came with the disc containing the game itself, including wonderfully the 1.1 update. So for those that were having problems with the gravity suit glitch that was breaking the game, and a spectacular 24-track soundtrack of AM2R, all making me so very happy. Even inside case artwork. Beautiful package. If I read right, I think he printed maybe like 4 or 6 of these things. And they are now all gone. I got my mitts on the last one happily. But yeah, this thing is a work of beauty. And all the rest of the stuff this guy does is awesome as hell too. Mr. Wizard Reproductions on Facebook. Check that out. But yeah, that makes a lovely addition to my shelf. And I was giving up to that soundtrack today.
I am literally just smiling. Like, I cannot stop. I'm so giddy. This is awesome. Yes.
So, but yeah, for those that haven't been able to get their hands on this, obviously, because I have the last one. If you Google search AM2R, though, you will get to the Blogspot site where they did just post up a free download of the entire soundtrack for the game, though. So go grab that because it's awesome.
Yes, get that hotness right now. So, Larry, you ate a $50 steak a couple of weeks ago.
If we want to get technical, this was a $52 T-bone steak, and oh my god, it was just that good.
Okay, you're going to have to give me the biz.
We went to Ruth's Chris, which is like the most ridiculously priced steakhouse in town. Like you will literally pay like $10 for a fucking baked potato. Ridiculous. And the only reason we went is because we happened to have a gift certificate for it. But, yeah, I got this giant ass T-bone steak that was awesome. This thing was like 1.5 inches thick. It came out sizzling with butter melting on it, seasoned perfectly, cooked beautifully medium rare, hot. Oh, God. It was just phenomenal. And then I took the bone home because I got uncivilized with it afterwards. On that bone that I just wasn't going to get with a fork and a knife. I'm like, fuck this shit. Nope. So, yeah, that, oh, God, so good. And I'll probably never eat there again in my life because, like I said, that place is insanely expensive, but it's really good.
Was it like really tender?
Oh, God.
Juicy.
This is just fucking magnificent. Like, I wanted to stick my dick in it. It was great.
Wow. And then you like took a picture and posted to be like, I had a $50 steak. And I was like, wait, you had a what?
Uh-huh. Yeah, it was that good.
Oh.
So yeah, that's the thing that happened.
Oh my goodness. And then, cause, okay, I don't want to say a junk food person, but I keep eating like McDonald's and Burger King. So I kind of eat a lot of garbage and I kind of miss, King Gyro's food. Like I literally just want to drive. I really want to drive back to Indiana right now and just go get me some. Cause, that was so, goodness. So funny story. So I was cleaning up my pants and one of the gunshot casings that I took home with me kind of flipped off out of my pants and fell onto my computer. And I looked at it, I'm just like, oh wow, I forgot that I did do this. Now I want to go back to Indiana, go get me some King Gyros, like literally, like, and then like earlier today, we're recording Sunday, there's Bolingbrook, Illinois. They have a Checkers there, and I literally thought of their fries, and I was just like, I would drive an hour right now to go get some of their fries. Like,
Yeah.
like that's how garbage of a person that I am with my eating habits.
We got rallies up here, so it's same thing, just different name.
Yeah, our rallies left, and it turned into a drive-through Chinese place. I'm like, wait, this is not right.
Wow.
So yeah, so you definitely after this podcast, I'm going to go get me a large three topping pizza from Domino's for $7.99. Yes, everybody, that's how I am. But I'm a gamer, and that's what gamers like to do. We like to eat pizza and play video games, being very stereotypical. But today is going to be more of a random show. We're going to do one news story. I'm going to talk a little bit more about Record, the game that came out for Xbox One. And we're going to have a discussion about No Man's Sky. Just some thoughts about it. Even though we haven't played it, we're going to take an outside view, just about the game and like maybe some of its controversy or just like thoughts on it.
Before we start, by the way, shout out to my homie Devo. Michael, I know you listen to this shit. Hurry up and start playing AM2R, you bastard.
Oh, shout outs, Devo, shout outs. And I want to give a shout out once again to Anthony Cantu and Philip Archie. They recorded a special optional opinion with me where we talk about retail stories. And yes, Larry, you're going to be on another optional.
I didn't know you were doing that shit, or I would have piped up and said, oh, I got some fucking stories. Dude, the store I worked at tried to kill me on several occasions and failed. I'm not shitting you.
Oh my goodness! Well, you have to save those stories because if
I can count on at least 2 occasions that store tried to murder me.
Oh wow, dude, we the stories they told me, like you guys have to hear the episode because there's stories that they told me that we didn't record that I should have recorded and just made bonus content. Dude, we were straight laughing. Like, it was mind-blowing. And we did some readings, like some GameStop readings, so you could check that out. Just listen to the podcast and get a good laugh. And what I thought would only be like 30, 35 minutes, dude, turned out to an hour and 10 minutes. Like, there's so many good stories. And I have 9 years experience at JCPenney, so oh wow. Dude, I have 9 years of experience at JCPenney and 6 years of Toys R Us. So I got 15 years worth of experience of retail stories that are completely crazy. They're good.
I got about 5 years at the video game shop. About a summer at a mom and pop secondhand store. I've worked at Swarovski Crystal, K Jewelers, Slinging Diamonds. Brookstone selling anything you'd find in a fucking Sharper Image catalog. Yeah, I've been all over the place.
So we'll probably do another one next month. I think Anthony and Philip like it. And if you want to be on it next month, we'll probably do that. Well, for optional opinion, just to let everybody know, even though this is like early plugs, I am doing a discussion about Eternal Darkness. Our very own Larry will be on that episode because this game needs to be talked about. It's such a good game for Halloween. And with, for the NBC Video Game Book Club is what became one of the choices. And, I don't know.
Yet. Fix that shit.
Yeah, so
what did you vote for? You better have voted for Eternal Darkness, damn it.
I think I voted for Resident Evil.
Go fix that shit. Eternal Darkness, motherfucker.
Well, I could get I have my copy of Eternal Darkness, and I gotta get my GameCube and stuff up, and I might have to order a controller. If not, I wonder if probably when I come down, hopefully we could check that retro store. And if they got a GameCube controller, I'll pick up. If not, I'll see if I can order one. I
saw one over at Disc Replay like 2 days ago for, I think, $30. Platinum Wavebird.
Oh, nice. Well, I have to check it out. I have to hook up my GameCube and make sure that it's still working and get the components and stuff. Cause it's still in good condition and everything. I just haven't hooked it up. Cause I really
I just made my GameCube 1,752% more awesome.
Yeah, I seen it. You have to post that picture.
I ran the numbers. That is the mathematically accurate number right there. Yes, 1,752% more awesome.
It's on the Facebook page, right? I think you posted it.
No, it's not. It went up on the NBC page.
Okay, you definitely have to post it. Yeah.
In the process of cleaning, I came across the last couple stragglers of old promotional stuff for Metroid Prime, including beautiful metallic shiny stickers that fit the inside of the GameCube black circle logo on top of the GameCube, and I promptly applied that right there where it belonged.
You got it just nice too. It's ridiculous on how nice it's spot on. You got it. I seen it and I fell out laughing and just screamed yes. I was just like, that's it right there. Perfect. Like you cannot get no perfect than that. And then when you did the percentage thing, I laughed because I was just like, okay, this is some Dragon Ball Z stuff, but I love the percentage that you put it because you just came with I'm like, what is 1,752% I'm like, the GameCube is already like amazing itself, and then you just put the sticker on and just jumped it up a whole nother 1,000%, and I love it. I completely love it. But didn't you have something else to show me or say that you was going? You said you was going to the show.
We were talking about something. Shit. I don't know. It'll come to me maybe. Oh yeah. Tell you what else I found while I was cleaning out the basement. Found my fucking bongos for Jungle Beat.
I'm so done with you. I literally.
Oh God, that made me happy. I found my bongos and my copy of Jungle Beat. Yay!
My nephew has it too. He has the bongos and the gang.
Like fuck Donkey Konga, motherfucking Jungle Beat with the bongos is the bomb.
Can I come in Nintendo? Can I get an arcade version of it? Because Luigi, oh goodness, Luigi Mansion is making tons of money still. Don't you know I would literally lose my mind walking into Dave & Buster's, looking at a big high def screen, 4K HDR, whatever, and it says Donkey Kong Country Bongos. Mm-hmm. 2-player?
Yes. I don't know. I could totally see like Taiko getting on that. They've had the Taiko Drum Master stuff.
Oh, yes.
That would stand up. I suspect Konami could probably get on that too. They've got some good history.
But Namco did it, right? No,
that was Nintendo.
No, the Taiko Drum Master.
Was that Namco?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, Namco, because it's the eyes are like it's like black and it's I think
that was Namco.
Yeah, because it's very Japanese, but it's a very good game. Like Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah, Namco could definitely do that, and because Namco already did Mario Kart, and Mario Kart GP, so that's money in the bank more for Namco and for Nintendo.
Oh yeah. So, yeah, that's the thing that should happen. Definitely, we need an arcade version of Donkey Kong Jungle Beat.
Yes,
I would totally pump quarters upon quarters into that.
Oh, I love that. So, well, let me talk a little bit about Recourse. So, Recourse is an exclusive game that came out for Xbox One. It's their first play anywhere. So, if you bought the digital version on your Xbox One, you can play it on your PC for Xbox. And I want to say this: it looks beautiful. It's because it deals with sand and kind of like colorful technology, and mostly primary colors, red, yellow, and blue.
A lot of the color scheme stuff reminded me of like Borderlands.
Yeah, it's very Borderlandish, but it's very technical. I will say it's a third person action shooter. It plays good, like Armature and Kenji Inafune from Concept, they came together to develop this game, and it plays excellent well. It's not too hard to get into, but I have to make this warning to everybody. The loading time in this game is atrocious. If you die, if you go to a next level, if you put in the game in after even installing it, it takes a long time to load. Hey, baby Olivia. My god niece.
Shot.
And it's not such a long game. Like, you can really beat it in 10 hours. It does have a level up system. You're kind of finding these things called prism cores. They almost look like crystals. And you gotta collect them for different parts of the story. And figure out what's going on, why there's like no humans, and you as Joel, why you're the only human on the planet. And it's a great adventure. Not a lot of dungeons. So be aware of that. It's probably about 6 dungeons total, but there are small dungeons that you could visit and do different things. You'll always get a prism core in those little dungeons that you find. So if you think of have an ideal of it, just think of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, but like very miniature. And it feels like an indie game, but a triple A game. I like to call it a double A. It's a double A game.
There needs to be a middle ground, yeah.
So,
like one of those that felt like maybe it should have been $40 instead of $60.
No, it was actually $40.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it's a $39. Yeah, the game is $39.99, $40. So
yeah, I feel less bad about the fact that I still want it, even though I've been reading reviews that have just been like saying it was great to start out and it just didn't have enough ideas to hold it together at the end.
Well, it's very simple, very compact. I mean, it's a long game if you're looking for all the a lot of the prism cores and trying to get all the blueprints and stuff that you find. You throw this kind of whip thing at your enemies. That's when it says extract. So when you extract them and it works, you'll see them Joel pull the power cord that is in that character, in that enemy, and you'll put it in your bag and save it. When you go back to your home base, it automatically takes everything that you found. So items that you found to customize your character to make them stronger, or and the power cords that you extracted from, it kind of gets fused into this little number thing. So when you're powering up your characters or the power core itself, you'll have attack, defense, and kind of like magic and stuff. It'll power it up and you'll be good to go. The problem is that once you get the last kind of helper, because there's 4 helpers in the game that's with you.
Yeah.
Mac is the dog that you start out with. Self is this little spider thing that's yellow. He climbs everywhere, so It's, you could like jump on different things and climb, when he throws you. And then Duncan is like this kind of, he looks like a monkey, reminds you of a monkey, but he's very powerful. And then you get this little flying thing. So when you jump and you call it, it'll grab you and you'll slowly fly down. So think of the leaf from Wind Waker when you're jumping off a cliff. So it's like that. Once you get that last one, you're kind of almost close to the last dungeon, and then you pretty much are almost done with the game. So if you do like the main story modes, it really isn't that long. But there are some side things to get some extra prison cores that you have to do to get to certain areas, and you have to meet that number in order to get through the dungeon. I believe it's 75 cores. And I haven't leveled up, not only do you level up your, side characters, Joel also levels up with her weapon. So I think, right now, I think it's level 25 that you could go up to. I'm still playing it, but like I said, my review, I'm about to write it and kind of record it, but I am kind of like finished done with the game. Like, I would say I'm like 95% done with the game.
All right. I just say, by the way, we need more like brand new out of the gate $40 game experiences.
Yes,
because god damn it, there's got to be a middle ground. You know, we've got all the downloadable stuff went to like $15 when Braid and Castle Crashers happened.
Yes,
you know, them wonderful years ago, and then we've been shelling out $60 a pop for brand new games for fucking years now. And it kind of gets me. It's like you've got a brand new untested IP, but you tell me and everybody else that it's totally worth $60, but I've got nothing to base that on yet. Seriously, you really want to entice me into building a franchise? If you're starting out with a fresh IP, put that shit out for $40. I will totally jump on that train 100 times faster than if you put out a brand new IP for, say, $60.
Right.
That, like, yeah, I don't know, maybe. But $40, I could swallow that. I'd be like, yeah, I'm okay with that.
And my thing is, with Recore is that I hope it comes out with a sequel, and they work on the loading times. Like, if they get the loading times fixed, because they did do a patch for it, but it's still kind of low slow. If they get a patch for it, like if they do a Record 2 and, they really want to finish the adventure, because it does kind of have an ending, but I think a sequel would do it justice too.
Yeah.
I would buy it for $60 if they do a Record 2. Like, this $40 price, and I think the $40 price point justifies this game. Like, they really put a lot in it. It's not big and it's not long, but it's a single player game, so you don't have to worry about multiplayer. You give like achievements like crazy, and so it's really easy to get into. Last but not least, I want to give my personal World 1 rating for it. It's a 3 out of 5 Yoshi coins. It's not bad. Like I said, the loading times are atrocious, but once you start playing the game, it really is fun. Like, they get those mechanics down pat. It feels like a Japanese game meets the West, and it works besides the loading.
I mean, if the loading is the only real big problem that you have with it, then even that's negligible, because as long as what you're actually playing is fun, loading time, sometimes it's just an issue of this is what had to happen to make shit work.
Yes. And
I can deal with that.
And just be aware that if you die, it takes a long time to load to put you back in the same place. Because there are some boss fights that the lock-on system, you'll be fighting an enemy, but it automatically locked on somebody else, and you kind of have to switch the color of it. Does it? So that kind of gets problematic. And when they interrupt you when you're trying to take a chord, that comes like a little bit problematic. But other than that, it's a really good game, and I think the $40 would justify the price. Now, if you're waiting for I would say if you're waiting for a $24.99 or a $19.99 sale for it, it's still worth it. Even if it goes down to $30, like it is a game that I would recommend for any Xbox One player. If it's not your cup of tea and you don't like long games, rent it or see if a friend is playing it. If there's a good digital sale on it, get that so you can get it for also for your PC. You know, I mean, it's a really good game. So a 3 out of 5 is justifiable, but just be aware of the loading times.
See, and if I had an Xbox One sitting on my shelf, I would totally go shell $40 for it.
And it kind of in a way, it really feels Metroid-ish in a way, but the problem is,
doesn't surprise me considering people from Metroid worked on it.
Right. The problem is that you do not get no different weapons. You really just get a color for your weapon, and it gets strong. So that's the only thing that's not that makes it different.
Right. So yeah, no, I want to get my hands on it. I will eventually, one day. I'll get around to it, but yeah, we've got enough crap going on at the house. I don't see an X-Bone in my future anytime soon. It's just not happening. So I was lucky enough we had the extra funds to shell out on Father's Day, so I could go get a 360 again after like a year of not having one. It drove me up a wall because I had a whole fucking shelf full of 360 games going, haha, you can't play me. Fuck you.
Right. So we're going to get into our only news story, and it's kind of been a big deal. Oculus Rift founder Palmer Luckey is believed to have...
This should not be a big deal.
To some
this
people,
is stupid.
To some people, it is. But it's believed to have financially backed a pro-Trump anti-clearance support group, and he did make a statement about it. And he said, "I'm deeply sorry that my actions are negatively impacting the perception of Oculus and its partners. The recent news stories about me do not accurately represent my views. Here's more background. I contributed $10,000 to Nimble America because I thought the organization had fresh ideas on how to communicate with young voters through the use of several billboards. I am a libertarian who has publicly supported Ron Paul and Gary Johnson in the past, and I plan on voting for Gary in this election as well. I am committed to the principles of fair play and equal treatment. I did not write the Nimble Rich Man post, nor did I delete the account. Reports that I'm a founder or employee of Nimble America are false. I don't have any plans to donate beyond what I have already given to Nimble America. Still, my actions were on my own and do not represent Oculus. I'm sorry for the impact my actions are having on the community." And it kind of died down about it, but they just feel like his connection as a video game person to this group who I guess been making anti-Hillary campaigns and stuff. I don't know if it affected his business, but he doesn't own Oculus Rift anymore. He sold it to Facebook.
Yep.
And so making... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, God. First and foremost, this is not news. Holy shit. He's a person people vote. They do things with their money for campaigns or candidates that they like. Get over it. It may not be the person that you support, but guess what? It's out there. Fuck it. Who cares? You know, there was a time when, you know, we didn't sit there and go parading around who you're voting for. Somebody asks, hey, who you voting for? You just kind of look at them like, it's none of your fucking business. You know? Seriously. Holy shit. This should so not be news.
Well, it's because it's connected to Oculus, it became news. I looked at it and I really don't care. I was just like, oh, okay, but he sold Oculus, so if he contributes to this group I mean, the group action is what we should be. I want to say concerned about, or not. I don't want to say mad, but very concerned about, because I don't know if he actually lied. That group lied to him, and then tell them what because I don't, they can't really tell you what they're going to do with your money. They just thinking that you're contributing to them. So, whatever Nimble America did, hopefully, they get what they deserve, and people are now aware that this is a group that you don't contribute to and stuff. So that's how I see it.
Just don't contribute to them if you like Hillary.
And
I'm not going to say anything beyond that.
And my thing is, if study your facts, study, learn from what these presidential candidates going to say. Last but not least, get out there and vote if you're able to vote. That to me personally, that's what counts. And I don't care if you want to complain or anything about that, as long as you're in that line on voting day and you make your voice be heard. That's the only thing that's important to me. Hopefully people around the block by my house, because the place that I vote at is really like a 5-minute walk. I hope that it be down the street past the police station close to my house, that people in my whole city go and vote. Put your weed down, hold your crack somewhere else, come out here and vote.
My ass is registered. Your asses should all be registered too. It is your goddamn civic duty. Go vote.
Right, and even Facebook is asking the people to get registered. They would literally register you, and you'll be able to go and vote. It's crazy, but at least that's something.
Yeah, because Facebook needs another reason for people to post more political shit one direction or another on it, because that doesn't happen already. Fucking A.
You have to love technology or social media, I guess.
No, I don't.
So
I don't have to do any such goddamn thing.
So we're going to get into our No Man's Sky discussion. And you kind of probably heard me around other podcasts and stuff. But Fear for World 1-1, Larry has some thoughts, and I'll give my thoughts after him. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. My only thought on this is just we were giggling about the fact that somebody apparently, remade No Man's Sky, essentially running in Doom. And my only thought was, it's got to be an improvement at this point, because at least this version has fucking multiplayer, because that shit was promised. Because what's-his-face that made this thing totally Molyneux'd the hell out of this shit. I watched a spectacular montage of this guy running his mouth for 2-3 years worth of crap about all the stuff that will be in this game that is so not in there. It's
who did
Molyneux, Fable.
Who did someone did a video of it on YouTube.
Yeah, I think you're talking about the same one that I saw.
Yeah.
It's holy shit, something just occurred to me. Oh my god. Remember all the shit that Peter Molyneux told us was gonna be in Fable?
Yes.
And it wasn't there?
Yes.
Does that make it a Fable?
Oh.
He just told us a tale, told us a fable.
My head is...
Holy shit, we know where the name of that game came from now. God damn it.
My hand is literally on my head. Really? Just really.
Oh, God. New video game conspiracy theory.
And it's so weird with No Man's Sky, because death threats about the delays, us not seeing actual gameplay, the trailer looking better than the game itself, people being confused on what the game is supposed to be about, and Sony throwing it under the bus. I think this year alone has become maybe story of the year for craziness in video games.
I don't know about story of the year. It didn't take long for it to go away, though.
Yeah, it came out. It came out. It got noticed for its controversy, and now I think another patch just came out, and that's it. No one really is talking about it. I think people are really tired of it.
Anybody fucking talk about No Man's Sky shit for at least a month, except for this Doom thing this week.
Well, like I said, I would pick it up, but I would just wait for $25 or $30. I wait for a PSN flash sale or to the whole game is patch, because I find it just uninteresting. And I kind of said this on another podcast. I was just if you want to play a flying game, pick up Star Fox Adventure. At least you might complain about the controls, but you won't be bored. You haven't been lied to or anything. Heck, I feel like you'll be caught up in the action and be like, okay, this is a Star Fox game. I get it.
I look at No Man's Sky and I think back to the old NES game Star Voyager.
Ooh.
A lot of floating around through just like empty space, wandering around trying to find shit, and just a lot of downtime. And occasionally you would accidentally run into a firefight and very potentially be woefully under-equipped. Go, oh fuck, run away. And then, wander around for another 20, 30, 40 minutes trying to find a planet to set down on in hopes of, finding a laser upgrade.
Oh, wow.
That's what it reminds me of. This is the high-def, next-gen Star Voyager.
Look, I said to my friends, I was just like, if you don't want to play No Man's Sky, go to arcade, play Choplifter. Go play Afterburner too. Like, go play some some old flying games. Star Fox for the Super Nintendo. Heck, there's some on the Wii U Virtual Console. Star Fox 64 on the 3DS. Like, go play that if you don't care that about No Man's Sky. Like, if you really want a flying game that's really gonna do more than just you go to a planet, blow up rocks to get minerals and stuff, and I guess find deformed animals, whatever. Oh, while you on an acid trip for this coloring palette, then go do. I'm like, and if you bought the game and you enjoy it, I'm not trying to knock you. Hopefully, Larry's not trying to knock you, because Larry will knock you.
Yeah, I mean, if you find your enjoyment of the game, more power to you. I'm not gonna lie. When I was a kid, I totally played the fuck out of Star Voyager. It was a boring ass game, but I played the hell out of it just because I'm like, I'm exploring space, motherfuckers. It occurs to me too that the other apt comparison for No Man's Sky would be Spore, that promised you would have all these amazing different stages of gameplay, totally different, and it totally was not like any of that shit. No Man's Sky is like, you're gonna have space combat and you're gonna be on the ground in first person shooting aliens and other stuff, and none of it fucking worked. None of it came together to be this awesome thing. They were all kind of sort of there, and they all sucked.
Wasn't that game Advent Rising the same way? It had that $10,000 contest or something.
It did, and actually, I'm not gonna lie, I got in on that shit. I still like Advent Rising. I do. I'm not gonna lie, Advent Rising has problems. It could have used another 4 months in the cooker just for the sake of polish. But that aside, they had this huge contest thing, and unfortunately, due to technical issues, it didn't pan. But for everyone that participated, Majesco basically said, here's a selection of our games, and they were all typically like $40, $50 games a pop at the time.
Yeah.
It's like, we'd like to say thank you for buying our game and participating. Pick one or two. Here you go. And shipped them out to everybody. It was like, oh, cool. At least they didn't just go, our shit doesn't work. Fuck it. They said, our bad. You bought the game. You got into play. Here's at least some prizes. So I suspect, I can't begin to fathom how much they gave out in product, but whether or not it was that $10,000, who knows? But at least they did something that was fairly fucking respectable of them.
They didn't. Like I said, they didn't Aliens Colonial Marines it, where they just good night. I can't believe that they actually. That is a travesty. You do not show just a slick trailer, have no one never played it, and then send out review copies, and it's not the game that you advertise, and then get away with it.
Oh no, I don't think they got away with it. I'm pretty sure they got fucking crucified over that shit. Let's be honest.
Sega got crucified, but Gearbox didn't. Randy Pitchford, there might be in some people, but I think Randy Pitchford
Sega got crucified and totally looked over and went, "Hey Peter, I can see your house from here." And so gallows humor was born.
I think Randy Pitchford is Dennis Dyack Jr.
Oh God. Did Dyack ever do anything ever good beyond Eternal Darkness? Was all of it after E.T. just or
Metal Gear,
ED, just like crap?
the Metal Gear Solid remake for GameCube.
Was that him?
Mm-hmm. Silicon Knights did it. Yep. He has an episode on NBC, and he talks about that. How
I cannot imagine that going well.
well, those was kind of like the only two games, and then because for some unknown reason, and I was reading this in last month's edition of Edge about Legacy of Kain.
Okay.
So, is it Azure's Wrath? What was the second game?
I don't know. We need Michael here. He knows.
Yeah.
Michael knows all the Legacy of Kain stuff.
So
like I know that.
I didn't know that there was some drama with that. I have it in the Edge magazine that came out last month is a cover of Link from Breath of the Wild. And they talk about the second game of the Legacy of Kain games. I probably could look it up. And it literally had some drama to it that I didn't know. I know that the game was very popular because I actually Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver, I bought that for PS1 when it came out.
Yeah.
Soul Reaver 2, that's what it is.
Any of that, but no, all I can think of anymore when I hear Dennis Dyack is, Eternal Darkness. Oh wait, fucking Too Human. Never mind. I'm pretty sure that dude cannot possibly find a job in this industry again to save his life.
He has a new studio. Remember, he had kickstarted that game and it didn't make money, but he's still with the studio. And they still decided to make it. I just haven't heard anything else about it.
Yeah, I can't see that coming to any good end at this point. Not with the last mess of track record he's had. It just, no. As much as I want a new Eternal Darkness thing, at this point I don't care what it is, but I want a new Eternal Darkness thing.
But is Eternal Darkness a Nintendo title, or is it for well, no, it has to be Nintendo because Nintendo owns Silicon Knights.
Yeah, I think that was the second party thing at the time.
The second, okay. And then, cause they got sold, I have to actually look up Silicon Knights. I have to look up the history. Cause they got sold to Microsoft, right? Or did they decide to go with Microsoft?
I don't know what the deal was, honestly. Just, whatever it was, nothing good came of it.
That and I'm sorry, but I still think Rare made a mistake being sold to Microsoft. That I don't. Yeah, I just don't know. That I think that was a very bad decision.
Everything that Microsoft has done with Rare has been a fucking waste. Aside from Killer Instinct, what they've been doing with that for the last year or two has been pretty fucking cool, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I
give them props on that, but everything beyond that's been a goddamn waste. Fucking Banjo-Kazooie, Battletoads, and everything.
Well, they said that Viva Pinata was good. That one got, and it actually did sell. It got a lot of, it sold very well. A lot of people did enjoy it, and people liked the cartoon that came out on Fox.
It's a really fucked up game when you stop and think about it, but I'm not going to go too deep into that here.
Well, you have the Xbox 360, so as I look at you, as I have an Xbox One, so, but yeah, I think No Man's Sky, maybe they learned a lesson and they'll hire a PR person. So if they decide to do a No Man's Sky 2 or wherever that next game is, that they won't have the missteps that they did now.
No, don't hire. I hate when PR people get involved in this shit because then it does nothing to appeal to me, honestly.
Nope.
All that happens is I go, God, you reek of PR spin. Just, get me somebody that's been working on this thing that honestly likes it, and let them tell me a little bit about what they've been doing on it. Go, here's this cool thing that I've been working on. I want to show this to you.
Well,
we need more of that.
My thing is that as big as his company was to make the game like this, why could he not hire a PR person to talk to him?
Oh, I'm sure he could have, but I'm pretty sure he thought he was a better PR person than a PR person that he could have paid.
And
or just looked at, I don't have to pay money for this. I can do it my damn self. And then I can get myself run over by a bus.
And he just car crash and a car on fire crashing into a gas station.
That whole thing was a great big public relations tire fire.
But to have the company that you made the game for, not PC, but to have Sony throw you under the bus like that, like okay,
fucking funny shit.
Now I can understand. Okay, Nintendo and Devil's Third, not much promotion, but I that whole situation is probably a story within itself that none of us don't even know about. So that's completely different. But Nintendo didn't throw what's his name under the bus. They just didn't market the game on because of the bad reception.
Yeah. He tucked it away and said, "Here's the game, guys. Please don't notice." Which at this point, I don't know if that's the better way to go. Maybe it is at this point, but at least for anything that they're doing between now and March, it's like, do we push the fact that we're putting games out still, even though they suck, or do we just quietly put it out and hope no one notices? What's the lesser of two evils on that, Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that, everything coming out between now and March is going to be god-awful. There's a few things I'm quite looking forward to between now and then. But, dear God, look at what happened with, and I know I beat this drum, but same thing as Devil's Third, but Federation Force. Not a fucking ounce of marketing after that initial showing, and it just got ripped apart.
And
it's still not terrible. It's still not great either. But at the very least, God, you guys should have pumped it something. Fucking, you spent how much money to make it? For God's sakes, at least try and make your money back. Sell the damn thing.
That is true. I think they was probably trying to focus more on Zelda for E3 than they were for anything else. So,
well, that's fine for E3, but holy shit, 3 months out. Not a word. 2 months out, not a word. A month out, not a word. A week out, they're still not fucking talking about it. And just, here's the game, guys. Please don't mind the fact we didn't say anything about it. Like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Their marketing has gone to the fucking shitter lately.
Well, I think they ended up changing people. I think I know there were some roles that got switched for the marketing stuff. So, maybe that got affected.
Whoever the hell's in charge right now needs to be fucking fired.
Like I said, that's the story within itself. But everybody, that is the show.
You work at Nintendo when you're listening. Come on, we want to have some fucking words with you.
Yes, come.
Because it totally actually happened. Not really, but wouldn't it be? So, yeah.
And our very own
that we didn't fucking talk about.
We talked about everything.
Bongos, No Man's Sky, Steak, Oculus. Does anybody care about Oculus anymore? Why is it still a thing?
Everybody's just focusing on VR. So next month would be PSVR, and we'll see if it's a train wreck or if it's a success. But we'll see.
I think that's got much better chances than Oculus at this point.
Yeah, that I agree. And our very own Adrian Nieto couldn't be on the show. He is in Edmonton in Canada, displaying his game Tunicycle, and having fun at the convention. So,
I hear he's giving away butterscotches at his booth wrapped in candy wrappers that say, butterscotch, my name is Adrian.
Oh, wow. But we
I'm a
love
little
you.
surprised I haven't heard him bitch at me in the chat for the title of last week's episode either.
Oh, wow. That title last week, I was just like, wait, what? I thought she was going to get at me about the title because of the other title.
Oh, no. When I knew the topic, I knew exactly what the title was going to be, and that I could not say anything during the whole episode. Otherwise, Adrian would have gone, no, you cannot call it that, because we had that discussion once before. I figured, you have any idea how hard I had to bite my fucking tongue to keep from saying that on the air while Adrian was with us so that I could name the episode that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I got the file back, and I was just like, wait, I was just like, well, I'm like, it's not offensive, so I can put it on. The other one was I couldn't do it for reasons that we have discussed it. Trust me, it was funny, but I couldn't put it on.
For those that listen on iTunes and have not seen the actual episode title of that episode that we're talking about,
go to archive.org.
Abuse.
So, but
we talked about me pushing my wife down the stairs.
Oh, wow.
Since she was pregnant again.
But everybody, I can't with you right now. I'm trying to end the show.
I can only imagine that at least 50% of the time when I send you a file, you open it up and go, God damn it.
No, not really. I actually love the titles and stuff. I now put them on. But that particular title, I was just like, I can't put this on for reasons, and that I will explain. I'm like, I'm not to hurt your feelings. I know you'll be mad at me, but I love you and I'm gonna hug you when I see you again, but I can't do it. The indie one I'm fine with because it is what it is. But the other one, yeah, that might have caused a problem. But for the third, fifth time, whatever this is, I'm trying to close the show.
Yeah, I'm totally going to door jam this bitch open just for fun at this point.
I'm
going to see what I can do to derail it.
Oh, wow. You can email the show at world11podcast@gmail.com.
It's been.
Oh, goodness. I'm trying to end the show. You can email the show at world11podcast@gmail.com. You can find me on Twitter at thatbretrico. I also do a podcast called Optional Opinion that I talked about earlier. And you can find that on SoundCloud, the Anomalous Radio Network.podbean.com. Google Play, iTunes. You can find this podcast also on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, and archive.org. Come on to Facebook, World 11 Podcast. Come talk to us. We want to interact with you guys. There's a lot of great gaming going on and a lot of good discussions, and we want to hear from you all. So please join us. Larry, anything you want to plug?
I want to plug my headphones into this new iPhone, but I can't figure out how to fucking do it. It's not working.
I'm going to walk away from this conversation right now because I can't with you. I really can't with you.
I just want to say again a big, huge shout out to Mr. Wizard Reproductions.
Yes.
His stuff is fucking amazing, and I genuinely hope he changes his mind and comes on our show, but I totally respect if he doesn't. I will forever love him for making this awesome thing for me, and for the other few people that happen to get their hands on it. It's totally amazing. If I had the funds and there were extra ones available, I would have considered like buying an extra and figuring out a contest or some shit like that for the show. Give it away.
Give it away,
Friends,
give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
I'm going to make you listen to my Red Hot Chili Peppers Lullaby CD that we got the baby.
And that everybody, because I so much can't with you. You can also check IGN.com. I'm doing the beauty of video games. Last week I did the beauty of role-playing games. And this week, when you hear this podcast, I will be doing the final part, the beauty of platformers. And I have a great special guest, and I actually have...
There was a thing that needed mentioned. I knew there was another fucking thing. I cannot vouch as to whether or not it is still up, but for those of you with a Wii U, you can get a pack of like 5 games that I guess they're normally going to be selling for $25.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally fucking free at this moment. It's called the Skunk Bundle of all the stupid things. But for what it's worth, it's like $25 of free games that they're just handing out, going, here you go, here you go. So, yeah, jump on your Wii U's and go download the Skunk Bundle while it's free. Quick, go.
Yay!
Get on it.
Yes, so you can check the beauty of video games genres on IGN.com and hear my past episodes of the beauty of role-playing games with Adam McGill and the beauty of sports games with John O'Hagan. And with that, everybody, we are out. Bye.